A few years ago, the idea of taking a week's holiday in Kalamunda might have seemed a bit unlikely. Well, that's not the case anymore. This once sleepy town site at the top of the hill is now a city in its own right and home to some of the hippest cafes, most delicious restaurants and top-ranking wineries in the state, all set against a backdrop of natural bushland, wildflowers, creeks, waterfalls and mountain bike trails. What better place could there be to base yourself for a short stay in the Perth Hills? Now, you might be thinking, you know what Kalamunda has to offer, that you did a day trip a few years back and there's no real reason to visit again. Well, how's this? Even for someone like me, who was born in the hospital just up that road, there's ample reason to visit often because Kalamunda is growing up fast. Every time I visit, there's something new to see. Let's go check it out. Relative newcomers Mason and Bird made a tree change to set up shop here in the Zigzag Cultural Centre close to 3 years ago, coming from eateries Rockpool and Print Hall. And for those who prefer their hot drinks caffeine-free, wrap your head around some of these colourful alternatives. Choose from organic matcha, turmeric or beetroot lattes. Mason and Bird makes a good first stop to any visit to Kalamunda because it's located right next door to the Zigzag Gallery. Locally curated and open for submissions from exhibitors all over, you never know what you might find in here. Time to get out and about. A few minutes up the road, we're off to Carmel and one of the region's favourite gardens and reception centres, which has undergone some changes of its own in recent years. In many ways, this stop links back to our first. Remember Mason and Bird, the cafe? Well, it takes its name from Ben Mason and Francis Bird. They ran the Mason Mill, one of the earliest timber mills here in WA. And this is Mason Mill Gardens. It's thought to be one of the earliest settlements here on the outskirts of Perth, and that cafe is the site of the original timber mill. With 10 acres of colourful gardens to enjoy, there's a lot to see and do here. The hard part will be fitting everything into just one day. Choose from several options for lunch or dinner, and thanks to some recent upgrades, there's now plenty to keep the kids amused, while you stop a moment and take in the peaceful surrounds right on the edge of Carmel's abundant Jarrah forest. Imagine a function held here. It's Mason Mill's very own mini Irish village, a hit with partygoers, to be sure. There are more than 15 wineries and cideries in the Kalamunda region. Next, I'm keen to check out a wine destination in the Bickley Valley with a history dating back to its years as an orchard early last century. To get there, we're going to have to get high. Here at Hainault, we're nestled in the forest on the Darling Scarp at an elevation of 400 metres, making this the highest vineyard in all of Western Australia. It's also one of the coldest parts of the state, which is perfect for the production of French-style sparkling whites. That's right, bubbles, as well as that other fine white wines aged on genuine French oak. You could say it's a taste of France, only half an hour from Perth. Continuing the French theme, Hainault's new Mistel restaurant opened late last year, offering French bistro-style food. Everything's made from scratch using the best local produce and served in a relaxed atmosphere with friendly, knowledgeable staff. Well, that's my whistle-stop tour of what's new in my semi-rural birthplace of Kalamunda. Imagine if you had a few more days to really explore what's going on up here. If you'd like to plan your own Kalamunda stay, check out our website for accommodation options and a few other ideas about places you can see while you're here.